Hey, what's up everyone? Hope all is well. On this video I'll be going over 3 games I've been streaming. This theme is 3 ninja games on the PS2. But first, I should talk about Ninja November. Every November I do a marathon of ninja games. For this video, this is actually a revisiting of 3 games I streamed 2 years ago. I will be using footage from my Twitch channel. This is Revenge of Ninja November. The first game will be Red Ninja End of Honor. This is brought to you by Traji Studios and published by Vividity Universal Games. I don't know much about Traji Studios. I could be wrong, but I think Red Ninja is the only game they developed. Red Ninja End of Honor is a stealth action game about our main character Kurenai. The setting will take place in the Sengoku era. The story is about Kurenai and her family being attacked and killed off. However, she barely survived. She was rescued and adopted into this ninja clan, and she has sworn revenge on those who killed her father. Gameplay wise, Kurenai will have a Totsugen as her main weapon. It's an iron wire that has attachments like a hook, a knife, or a fundo. The more she progresses in the game, the more tools she will have in her accessories. For plot purposes, she's given helpful tools by Akemi. Even though she has good intentions, Akemi ends up getting in trouble many times and Kurenai will end up saving her. I like her stealth kills. It's so satisfying to perform. She has many ways to perform them. If you manage to have a stealth kill, you will be rewarded with a ninja tool. My favorite stealth kill will be the seduction. It's pretty risky to perform but quite funny to see.
You.
This is too good to be true.
You could fight without using stealth, but remember Kurenai has no armor, so she must use good use of her combat. You don't want to be outnumbered and have nowhere to go. I usually save a smoke bomb and try to take out the ringleader, and once he's dead, the henchman will run away. You could also use her Totsugen to maybe clothesline the other enemies in the way. The best thing about this game will be the story, the stealth kills, and the boss encounters. The boss fights in this game will sometimes feel like a puzzle. For example, the Thunder Master has 3 phases. One will be destroying these statues. The second part will be in attack mode. This is where the majority of the melee fight will take place. The final phase is where you have to use the environment to your advantage. She will climb up these trees and you have to bring her down. If you don't have the patience to deal with this boss, you can also attempt to swing across the trees and avoid the whole boss fight. Now, I'm probably sound like I'm praising the game, but trust me, there are so much issues I have too. It's usually the camera and the platforming. This game is very ambitious, but the execution was not done right in certain ways. The wall run is a good example. Kurenai would need a boost her momentum to wall run, but sometimes I'll be disorientated on how to proceed. There's so much I want to talk about in Red Ninja, but I feel like I should save that for a future retro gaming review. If you're interested, I would say check out Red Ninja, but play with caution. This game will not be a walk in the park. The next game will be Shinobi from Sega. It was developed by Overworks. Shinobi will be an action hack and slash platform game. You play as Hatsuma, a shinobi that wields the Akajiki, the cursed blade that feeds on souls. The main plot of the game is that this sorcerer is summoning hellspawns in Japan, and it's up to Hatsuma to put a stop to this chaos and try to maintain his cursed blade at the same time. The gameplay is similar to your typical hack and slash. Hatsuma will have Akajiki as his melee attacks, kunais as projectiles, and ninja scroll magic as ultimate attacks. He can perform kicks to stun blocking enemies, and also dash around. He could also wall run and double jump. So far everything seems simple in the first level, however, after that first level, everything changes. He wields the Akajiki, and now is on a time limit. Hatsuma must slay fiends to feed his sword. If you kill 4 or more enemies before a certain time limit, you perform a Tate attack. The key is killing as much enemies and your attacks will get stronger. This even works on bosses and helps you a lot. If you manage to kill all the minions and land a blow on the boss, you can one-shot kill that boss. Got it! Got it! Sorry, I had to stand up. That's it. We did it. The game is quite challenging and it will test you. In certain stages, in order for you to progress, you have to kill all the enemies or destroy the pillars to dismantle the barriers. The game has 8 stages, each having 2 sections and a boss. Each stage will get tougher the more you progress. As you wield the Akajiki, your main health is being consumed, represented by the Magatama. If you want to regain your health back, you must slay enemies or find healing crystals. But remember, you cannot waste time. And this is one of the reasons why this game could be tough. The other reason is the camera, especially if you're going for those tate kills. But the last reason is that the game has no checkpoints. The only exception is when you encounter a boss. But if you die at a stage, you go back to the very beginning of the stage. Oh boy. But yeah, this is Shinobi on the PS2. I believe it's available on the PSN for the PS3 as well. The last game for the video is Nightshade, also known as Konochi in Japan. This is also brought to you by Sega and developed by Overworks, but now renamed as Sega WoW. This is the sequel to Shinobi. Our main character is Hibana. She plays the role of a secret agent Konochi. Her task is to find the shards of the Akajiki from Shinobi. However, her personal goal is to find a man, her master, Chimushi. Nightshade plays very similar to Shinobi. In fact, you could call it the female counterpart to Shinobi, especially since the original title Konochi is the exact definition of a female Shinobi. The controls are handled a little better in this game and it fixes some issues that I had with Shinobi. However, that doesn't make the game easier. Nope, this one is a little tougher. I find it ironic that Nightshade improved in game mechanics, but the game can still be challenging. The main gimmick for the game is the tate attacks. Yup, it's back again. But rest assured, there's no time limit, because there's no possession of the Akajiki from Hibana. It's one of the improvements I enjoy about this game. Also, performing the tate attacks are more easier to perform since there's more than 3 enemy spawns in the game. And just like Shinobi, Nightshade will have sealed areas, and to progress, you have to either eliminate enemies or destroy the mirrors. Nightshade has added platforming areas as well. It's one of the least things I enjoy about this game. This highway stage is a pain. The fact that there's airborne enemies and you're doing tate attacks is so easy to be baited to fall off these trucks. And if you fall, you start back to the beginning of the level. Ugh. Other than that, Nightshade is very similar to Shinobi. So if Shinobi is your thing, check out Nightshade. Alright, so that's 3 games I've been streaming for Revenge of Ninja November. Out of the 3, Red Ninja will be my favorite. There's something rewarding about Red Ninja that's hard to explain. I love the story, I love the characters, I love the ideas used in the game. It's not perfect, no, far from it. But if I was to compare it to a modern game, it would be something like Sekiro, but without the Dark Souls formula. Red Ninja is about getting those stealth kills and making progress. The real problem I have with the game is the camera, wall running, or certain boss fights. Oh boy. But for some reason, I actually enjoy this game. Shinobi on the other hand, oh man, this game could be frustrating. Especially if you're on a time limit and you have to slay the enemies or else Akajiki will consume your soul. Getting those tate attacks with those bosses could be a pain sometimes, since enemies are spread out far. I'll give you an example. I remember there was this giant statue boss. I attempted to kill all the minions to do a tate attack kill on the boss. But guess what? This whole boss fight is a death trap. It's so easy to fall down and die. The only hitbox that the boss has could bait you to fall and die, especially with the camera swinging around everywhere. Nightshade did improve a bit. There's no curse blade that will consume your soul. The game is even nice enough to offer game difficulties, but it doesn't even matter since the wacky platform stages and airborne enemies will bait you to fall. This was not fun. But that's all I have for Ninja November. I usually try to avoid sounding negative about games, but I do want to share my honest opinion. There will be another Ninja November. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have you played any of these games? If not, have I sparked the interest? Feel free to follow me on my socials. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am out. Peace.